Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Today I have another donation request from my friend Dave. Dave, as always, thank you so much. He has asked me to listen to another song by Aurora. This is her cover of Oasis's Half the World Away. I have heard of the band Oasis. I've heard a few of their songs. I have not heard this original one, so I've decided to go ahead and do a double feature. I'm going to listen to the original by Oasis, and then I will do her cover afterwards. Before we get started, if you would like to request a specific reaction, you can click on a donation link down in the description, send along the information of the song you'd like me to react to, and I will get it recorded right away. I also take notes while I'm reacting, so if you see me looking down, I'm just taking a couple of notes just to remember what I want to talk about when it's time to talk. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and take a listen. This is the original by Oasis, the official lyric video.
Yeah, we're on. I would like to leave this city. This old town don't smell too pretty, and I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. And when I leave this island, I book myself into a soul asylum, 'cause I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. So here I go, I'm still scratching around in the same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind is very old.
My body feels young, but my mind is very old. I feel the opposite. I still feel 35 in my mind, but my body feels 60s. I'm in my 50s. Let's rewind it a little bit.
Same old home. My body feels young, but my mind is very old.
I might have felt that way when I was younger.
So what do you say? You can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. Half the world away. Half the world away. Half the world away. I've been lost, I've been found, but I don't feel bound. And when I leave this planet, you know I'd stay, but I just can't stand it. And I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. And if I could leave this spirit, I'll find me a hole and I'll live in it. And I can feel the warning signs running around my mind.
Very relatable song.
Here I go, I'm still scratching around in the same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind is very old. So what do you say? You can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. Half the world away. Half the world away. Half the world
Seems like somebody's trying to get that message across. I don't feel down. Yeah. Very relatable lyrics there. There was a part in the very beginning where he talked about he wants to leave this city and doesn't smell pretty. And I wrote down, can relate, can't relate, because I am a military brat. I have moved around so much in my life from the time I was a small child. My dad was in the Air Force, fought in Vietnam before I was even born. And he was in for a while after. And then when they were divorced, my mother got together with my stepdad, who was also a pilot in the Air Force. So, you know, and they're still married to this day. The military and moving around has been a big part of my life. So there have been places I have lived where I'm like, ugh, I want to get out of here. But then there's also the fact that being a military brat, moving around as much as I have, I don't really have roots like a lot of people do. Like Mike was born and raised in the area we live in now, still knows people from his childhood. I don't really have that. I have 2 friends that I still am in touch with through social media, but don't talk to on a regular basis. So in that way, I can relate to that, and then I can't relate to that, if that makes any sense. I loved the part where he said, I'm going to visit a soul asylum. The word asylum implies, you know, mental illness, but when you throw soul in front of that, that's more of a spiritual healing feeling that I'm getting from that particular lyric. And I like that. It sounded like they were using brush sticks on the drums and the periodic clapping. Both of those things were a nice touch. I'm very interested to see what Aurora does with this song, of course. So let's go ahead and move on to that. Now, this is her doing this song at the 2015 Nobel Peace Prize concert. I've seen 2 other performances of hers from this concert, of course, Runaway, and then the Murder Song, 54321. This was early on in her career, and she was much more expressive anxiety-wise in her physical movements, which I find fascinating. So I'm excited for that as well. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
I would like to leave this city, and this old town don't smell too pretty, and I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. And when I leave this island, I book myself into a soul asylum. I can feel the warning signs running around my...
One moment, I dropped my pen. Okay, so sorry about that. I'm just already noticing her movements, especially her hands and fingers. She was known for that early on. At least I've noticed it with her early on. She still does it a little bit here and there. Okay, let's rewind it a little bit.
Myself into a soul asylum. I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. So here I go, I'm still scratching around in the same old hole.
chills.
And if I could leave this spirit, I'd find me a hole and I'll live in it out. I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. So here I go, I'm still scratching around in the same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind feels very old. So what do you say? You can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. You're half the world away. You're half the world away. You're half the world away.
I like goosebumps.
I've been found, but I don't feel down. You're half the world away. I've been lost, I've been found, but I don't feel down. I don't feel
That harp was quite fancy.
down.
I wish my camera was better, but I got goosebumps during that like 49 times. Of course, the thing that stood out to me about that performance visually was her movements. I noted her hands and fingers, and I do remember the other two performances that I watched mentioning how she was kind of moving around on the balls of her feet, and just how, you know, she gets this like wave through her whole body sometimes. And I just find it fascinating, as I've said 1,000 million times, to watch her perform physically. Even early on, I do understand that she has since kind of mastered the way she moves and such, and that she is a dancer. So her movements during performances have changed a little bit. The thing about my body feels young, but my mind feels old. When I stopped it during the original, I said I feel the opposite, and that is true. But I guess coming from a younger person's perspective, I can actually relate to that when I was younger as well. It wasn't the opposite back then. I felt like my mind was a little bit beyond the age it was supposed to be a lot of the time. I don't know, I just thought about things that most people my age weren't thinking about. That was absolutely beautiful. Yet another amazing cover from her. Everything she does is incredible. I have previously talked about how I wonder every time I listen to a new song of hers or a new cover of hers if this is going to be the one that doesn't do it for me. And after 82 videos that I've done with her, I can safely say that there's not going to be any bad songs from her. Not a one. That's just... Dave, thank you so much for putting this one in front of me. It was beautiful. Thank you all so much for being here to share it with me, and I will see you on the next one. Pretty mo bird.